global marriage rate just hit its lowest point in recorded history, and economists think they know exactly why. And what if the biggest relationship change of our time isn't divorce, but quiet independence? Global marriage rates have fallen by more than 50% since 1970. Across the world, millions of women are choosing something that, just a decade ago, would have seemed unthinkable. They're not waiting for marriage, not chasing it, and in many cases, not even wanting it anymore. This isn't a rebellion. It's not a trend fueled by social media. It's something deeper, quieter, and far more permanent. For the first time in modern history, large numbers of women are realizing they don't need men to survive, and that realization is changing everything. Marriage was never just about love. To understand what's happening now, well, you have to understand what marriage used to be. For centuries, marriage functioned as an economic and social contract rather than a romantic choice. Women relied on it for financial survival, legal protection, and social acceptance. Without marriage, access to property, income, and even basic rights was limited or completely unavailable. It wasn't just encouraged, it was required. Love, if it existed, was often secondary. The system worked because there were no alternatives. But over time, those constraints began to weaken. Women gained access to education, entered the workforce, and slowly built financial independence. Legal systems evolved, cultural expectations shifted, and the structure that once made marriage essential started to lose its grip. By the time we reach 2026, the transformation is no longer theoretical. It's visible. Women are not rejecting love. They are rejecting dependency. They are no longer entering marriage because they have to. And when something that was once necessary becomes optional, its entire meaning begins to change. Financial independence changed everything. If there is one force that disrupted the traditional role of marriage more than anything else, it's financial independence. When women began earning their own income at scale, the entire equation shifted. Marriage was no longer the gateway to stability. It became a choice layered on top of an already stable life. In 2026, women are not only working, they are leading companies, building businesses, investing, and managing wealth independently. This changes how relationships are formed. When survival is no longer part of the equation, the standards for partnership rise significantly. Women are no longer looking for providers. They are looking for equals. And when that equality isn't present, walking away becomes easier than compromising. This doesn't mean relationships are disappearing. It means they are becoming more selective, more intentional, more conditional. Financial independence doesn't remove the desire for connection. It removes the pressure to accept less than what feels right. And that single shift is powerful enough to reshape an entire institution. The redefinition of fulfillment. Another reason marriage is losing its central role is that fulfillment itself has been redefined. In previous generations, marriage and family were considered the primary markers of a successful life. Everything else was secondary. But in 2026, fulfillment looks different. Women are finding meaning in careers, creativity, travel, friendships, and personal growth. The idea that one relationship should carry the entire weight of happiness is being questioned, and in many cases, rejected. This doesn't mean relationships are unimportant. It means they are no longer the only source of identity. Women are building full, layered lives where a partner is an addition, not a foundation. This shift reduces urgency. There is no longer a timeline that must be followed. No societal panic around being unmarried by a certain age. And when urgency disappears, so does compromise. Women are willing to wait, or not choose at all, because their lives are already complete. Marriage in this context becomes optional, not essential. So technology replaced what marriage used to provide. Technology has quietly taken over many roles that marriage once fulfilled. Emotional support, social connection, financial management, even companionship. All of these can now be accessed independently. Online communities provide belonging. Remote work provides income flexibility. Digital platforms allow women to build networks, businesses, and identities without relying on traditional structures. Even dating itself has been transformed into something more fluid, less permanent. In previous eras, marriage offered security because there were limited alternatives. In 2026, alternatives are everywhere. This doesn't eliminate the desire for partnership, but it changes its function. Relationships are no longer about filling gaps. They are about enhancing an already functional life. And when someone enhances your life, you stay. When they don't, you leave. The threshold for what is acceptable rises, and marriage as a permanent contract begins to feel less aligned with a world that is constantly changing. The emotional cost of modern relationships. Another factor driving this shift is the growing awareness of emotional labor within relationships. Many women have begun to question the imbalance in how emotional responsibilities are distributed. Managing communication, maintaining harmony, supporting a partner's needs. These invisible tasks often fall disproportionately on women. In a world where women are already balancing careers, personal growth, and independence, the additional burden becomes harder to justify. In 2026, women are more aware of their energy, their time, and their mental space, and they are less willing to enter relationships that feel draining or one-sided. Marriage, which traditionally required long-term commitment regardless of imbalance, is being reevaluated under this lens. Women are asking a different question now. Not, can I make this work, but is this worth it? And if the answer isn't clear, they walk away, not out of bitterness, but out of clarity. Men are still adjusting to the new reality. While women have adapted quickly to these changes, many men are still adjusting. Traditional expectations of masculinity, being the provider, the leader, the central figure, don't always align with modern dynamics where women are equally or more successful. This creates tension, not necessarily conflict, but misalignment. In some cases, men struggle to redefine their role in relationships where financial provision is no longer their primary value. And when roles become unclear, relationships become unstable. This isn't about blame, it's about transition. Societies have changed faster than cultural identities. And until those identities catch up, friction will remain. Women, having already adapted, are less willing to wait for that adjustment. They are moving forward with or without partnership, and that choice is reshaping the structure of relationships itself. What this means for the future of marriage is not disappearing, but it is evolving. In 2026, it is becoming less of a default and more of a deliberate choice. Fewer people are entering it, but those who do are doing so with clearer expectations and stronger boundaries. The institution is shrinking, but not collapsing. It is being redefined by those who no longer need it, but may still choose it. This is the key difference. Need has been replaced by desire, and desire is far more selective. The future of marriage will not be built on necessity. It will be built on compatibility, alignment, and mutual growth. And that means fewer marriages, but potentially better ones. Is this a crisis to be managed? A transition to be navigated? Or is something entirely new being built, and we just can't see its shape yet? That's a question worth thinking about, and we genuinely like to know what you think, because the people watching this video are living through the answer in real time. Women don't need men in the way they used to, but that doesn't mean they don't want connection, partnership, or love. It means those things must now meet a higher standard, one that aligns with independence, not dependency. And in 2026, that standard is changing everything.